Welcome to Forever Yoga. I'm Susan Foxley, a registered yoga instructor and a certified life coach. I've been teaching yoga for 23 years, and today I want to share the gift of yoga at a pace that's right for you. It's all about life, body, and balance. Let's get started. Today we have Stephanie and Hans, and we're going to start in child's pose. And for this class, you may need a blanket and you may need a strap. Go ahead and rest in child's pose, please. Drop your forehead onto the earth. Relax your jaw. Release your shoulders. Relax your upper arms and your forearms, please. Relax the torso, the spine. Relax the thighs, the shins, the calves, the feet and toes. Let go of all of your worries, your stresses, your anxieties. Give them back to the earth. Follow your inhales and your exhales. Go ahead and stretch your arms forward while you keep your forehead onto the earth. Walk your fingertips away from your hips. Create a nice, long spine. And go ahead and come onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders and your hips are right underneath, above your knees. And go ahead and come into cow pose. Look up to the sky, bringing the spine deeply into the body, anchoring your hands and your knees into the earth. And then go ahead, look to your belly, coming into cat pose. In yoga, we say we're as young as our spine. And go ahead and look up into cow pose. Nice, supple spine. Look up. And then go ahead and look to your belly button. Bringing your belly button into the spine. Beautiful long inhalations, please. And long exhalations. Go ahead and look up to the sky again. Really nice. Keeping your arms nice and straight. And then spine is neutral. Go ahead, please, and lift your right hand and your left leg. If you need a blanket underneath your knees, Hans is going to grab a blanket and put it underneath his knees for support. So if you're at home and need a blanket or a towel, feel free to place one underneath your knees. And then extend your right arm and your left leg. It's called spinal balancing. And that's one of the first things that goes when we age is balance. Go ahead and drop your hand down in your knee, and we're going to do the other side. Go ahead and lift your left arm and your right leg, and lengthen and breathe, please. Just to get a big inhale, flooding your beautiful body with delicious oxygen. Stretch and breathe. And go ahead and come down, and let's do that again, please. Lift your right arm and lift your left leg. And stretch. Beautiful space in the body. Beautiful space. See if you can engage your abdominal muscles, bringing your belly button into your spine. And stretch. And breathe. And come down. And other side. Left arm and right leg. Nice work, Hans. Beautiful. Nice work, Stephanie. Breathe deeply. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Really nice. Come down, please, and rest in child's pose. Let go. This is such a nice, relaxing pose. Releasing your lower back as you drop your buttocks to your heels. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Take another big inhale. And a big exhale. Just let go of any worries, stress, anxiety. Erase that and replace it with presence, joy, ease. And then go ahead and stretch your arms forward away from your hips. Crawl your fingertips away from you, please. Come onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide and come into downward dog. Go ahead and bring your buttocks up away from your wrists. And if you want to just bend your right knee, putting a little bend in your right knee, and then just putting a little bend in your left knee. Or maybe you need to bend both knees. Maybe it's hard for you to straighten your legs. That's fine. You can put a nice bend in both knees. But just lift your buttocks away from your wrists and see if your legs are straight. Push those femurs away from your face. Push the front of the thigh towards the back of the thigh. And of course, breathe. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Trying to find balance between your right and left hand. And balance between your right and left foot. Beautiful. And then just gently come down onto your knees. If you need a blanket, feel free to do so. Come down onto your knees and bring your right foot between your hands. And go ahead and take your hands onto your right thigh. And from here, go ahead and try to bring the lower belly in and up. In yoga, that's called Uddiyana Bandha. And then go ahead and interlace the fingertips and reach your hands up to the sky. And if that's too difficult, you can just bring your hands away from each other and reach up. Really lift the back ribs, lift the side ribs, engage the belly, and breathe. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Nice, Hans. Nice, Stephanie. Reach up. We're going for a beautiful long spine. And then from here, take your hands in prayer and go ahead and just take your hands to your right foot and straighten your left leg like you're running a race. Go ahead and straighten that back leg and look forward. Straighten that back knee and lift your heart away from your pelvis, please. And if this feels comfortable for you, lift your right arm and twist. Twist. Beautiful. This is really good for osteoporosis. Any twisting in the upper back is really good for the spine. And twisting cleanses the liver and the kidneys and the spleen. Look up at your thumb and stretch and breathe. Nice. And go ahead and bring that hand down, please. And drop your left knee carefully and slowly on the ground and come back to child's pose. And go ahead and rest your arms down. Relax your forehead on the earth and just surrender. Completely let go. Relax your jaw and your shoulders. Relax your arms and hands and fingers. Relax your thighs and your shins, your calves, your feet and toes. Just drop down. And go ahead and stretch your arms forward again, please. Walk your hands away from your waist. Stretch. Come onto your hands and knees, please. And downward dog again. Go ahead and reach your legs back, buttocks up to the sky, and breathe. Ground your thumb, your index, your middle ring, and pinky fingers. And work your legs back. If you can't get your heels to the floor, that doesn't matter. Just stretch your legs back so you get a nice long spine. Breathe deeply. Go ahead and bring your knees gently down onto the ground. And we're going to go ahead and bring the left foot forward. And go ahead and bring your hands to your left thigh. And of course, engage your lower belly, Uddiyana Bandha. Ground your feet and then go ahead and interlace your fingertips and reach up. Reach up, lift your back ribs, lift your side ribs. If you want to separate your hands, feel free to do so. And breathe. Remember to breathe. I always say try to do at least 10 to 20 minutes of yoga a day, just light stretches. A little bit of yoga goes a long way. If you can just stretch 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day, it'll save your back, your hips, your shoulders, and conscious breathing as you stretch. And go ahead and bring your hands in prayer. Bring your hands to your left foot, please. Straighten your right leg like you're running a race. Reach your heart forward, please. Nice. Breathe long spine so you get delicious space in between each individual vertebrae. Really tall spine. Go ahead and ground your right hand. You can be on your fingertips or on your hand, and look up at your left thumb. And breathe long spine. And of course, breathe. Always return back to the breath. In yoga, we breathe in and out through the nose. Lips are closed. Go ahead and drop that hand back down, please. Drop your right knee down to the floor and come right into child's pose again. And let go. Surrender deeply. Completely surrender into the earth. Let the earth support you as you drop down into the earth. And just feel the expansion and contraction of your ribs and the rise and fall of your belly as you soften the space between the eyebrows, relaxing the shoulders and your legs, your feet and toes. And go ahead, Stephanie and Hans, and stretch your arms forward away from your waist again. Come onto your hands and knees and come into downward dog. Reach your legs back. You can bicycle your knees if you choose, going back and forth. And then straighten the legs back away from your face. And then we're going to come gently right into a seated position. Dandasana. We're going to straighten the legs right out in front of us. And we're going to iron the right leg and the left leg into the earth and cup the fingertips behind. Cup your fingertips and lift the spine, please. Beautiful. See if you can energetically push the backs of the knees into the earth. As we age, our knees and our elbows don't want to straighten. So we'll consciously straighten the knees and consciously straighten the elbows and breathe. Really nice. And then from here, go ahead and bend the left knee and then the right knee and bring your hands way back behind you for one table pose. And feet are a little wider, Hans. See if you can bring your feet hip distance apart. And then go ahead and gently lift the buttocks up off the ground. Even if it's a little bit, this is fine. It's going to strengthen your arm bones. If you can reach back like Hans is doing and lift your pelvis a little higher and drop your head back. If you have neck pain, feel free to look straight ahead and reach your knees away from your face. If your neck feels comfortable and safe here, feel free to drop your head back. And breathe. Ground your hands, ground your feet. This strengthens the lower back, it strengthens the arms. Really nice. And remember to breathe. Slowly come on down, Hans and Stephanie. And then from here, go ahead and take your hands behind your knees. Lift your heart. Spread your toes if you can for fun. Bringing your fourth and fifth toe away from your big toe. And gently let's just breathe here and balance on the buttocks. This is called Navasana. Lift the heart and just breathe here. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Remember, as we age, balance is one of the first thing that goes. Focusing on your balance and your breath. And then from here, go ahead and straighten your legs. Reach your arms up to the heavens, please. Iron the right leg and left leg into the earth. And then from here, grab what you can. I brought a belt. If you have a belt at home, feel free to use a belt and just place it around your feet. if you have a hard time reaching your feet. And then from here, I encourage you to do a little bit of a back bend in the forward bend. So you can even look up to the sky first and do a little bit of a back bend here, and then slowly come down and breathe. Breathe deeply, long inhalations and long exhalations. Breathing deeply. Breathe. If you need to back up, if you need to bend your knees, you can feel free, like Hans is doing. Hans is respecting and honoring his body by putting a little bend in his knees, which is wonderful to do to give your hamstrings a break. Really nice. Remember to breathe into this. This is really good to do for insomnia. This pose works your parasympathetic nervous system, and it calms you down before you go to sleep. So if you're having a hard time sleeping, feel free to do this pose. Come on up, please, and go ahead and bend your right knee to the side. And then from here, go ahead and take your right hand on the outside of your left leg and do a little bit of a twist. Look over your left shoulder. Remember, the twists cleanse the liver and the kidneys and the spleen. And remember, in yoga, we're as young as our spine. So in twists, we really want to iron the left leg into the earth and lift the heart, lift the crown of the head, and look over your left shoulder and breathe. Really nice. And then come back to center and reach your arms up. Look up at your thumbs. Beautiful tall spine, open shoulders. Grab your left foot. Look up. Look up, do a little bit of a mini cobra in your upper back, and then go ahead and lengthen down. Always honoring and respecting your body. And remember, less is always more. And if you want to bend your left knee, if that's hard, or if you want to grab a belt and put a belt around your left foot, that's fine. Breathing deeply. Just breathe into it, knowing that the breath opens the body. Always going back to the breath. And then go ahead and come on up, and let's just switch sides. Straighten your right leg and bend your left. And then go ahead and take your left hand on the outside of the right leg and twist. Lift and twist. Lift your back ribs and twist. Look over your right shoulder. Really nice. Lift and twist. Breathe. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Really nice. Twist a little deeper, and then go ahead and reach your arms up to the sky. Look up at your thumbs. Lift your back ribs, lift your side ribs, soften your floating ribs, and then go ahead and grab your right foot. And then go ahead and look up, doing a little bit of a back bend in the forward bend, and then slowly come on down. And remember to breathe. And again, if you need a belt, go ahead and use a belt. Breathe deeply. Long inhalations and long exhalations. And again, this calms the mind. The forward bends cease all mental chatter. So if you find yourself having the monkey mind where it's jumping from thought to thought, forward bends are very good to just cease that mental chatter and come down. And then slowly come on up. And then straighten both legs. Cup your fingertips behind you, please. And then just push the backs of the knees into the earth. Not so much that your heels come up, but just iron the whole right leg and left leg into the earth. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart. Spread through the collarbones. Spread your toes. Reach up to the sky. Look up. Reach up. And then go ahead and grab both feet. And again, if you need to use a belt, that's fine. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. And go ahead and just drop forward. Remembering to breathe. Long inhalations and long exhalations. This is really good for the digestive system as well. Breathing deeply. Really nice. And then slowly come on up, and then let's go ahead and bring the feet together in Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. And then from here, take your hands behind your buttocks, and then from here, go ahead and just lift and lower your knees just slightly. Just slow movements. lift and lower, breathing, lift and lower, and lift and lower. And then from here, we're going to do something a little different. Let's do a diamond pose. So bring your feet a little bit away from your face, and then gently walk your hands away from your waist. And then from here, if you want to try to rest your forehead down into your feet, feel free to do so. Always honor your body though. From here, you can go ahead and just stay up and stretch through the front of the body, lifting the belly and lifting the heart away from the pelvis. Soften your shoulders and just breathe here. Or you can stay in the previous pose, which was behind, just with your hands behind your buttocks and just breathing here. Always honoring your body, especially if you have knee pain. You can always prop your knees up in this pose if you're feeling knee pain. Always respecting your body where you're at, taking care of yourself. Really nice. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and bring the knees back up, and we're going to go ahead and lie down on our backs and hug our knees into our chest. So go ahead and rest. If you want to move the blankets so that you can rest firmly on the floor, go ahead and give yourself a big hug, hugging your knees into your chest. Breathing. And then from here, gently take your feet hip distance apart. And from here, your knees are bent, your feet are hip distance apart. And then go ahead and interlace your thumbs and reach your arms, both arms over your head, please. And stretch your arms over your head. And then from here, gently lift your buttocks up just a few inches away from the floor. Stretch your knees away from your fingertips, and your fingertips away from your knees, lifting your tailbone up off the ground. And just anchor your right foot and your left foot into the earth. And then from here, release your buttocks and release your arms down by your sides. And then from here, lift up a little higher, please. Reach your arms over your head again and lift your buttocks a little higher from the floor. Reach your knees away from your face. And then just gently, beautiful, and then gently come on down. Release your arms by your sides and release your buttocks. Nice. And then again, please. Lift your buttocks. Lift your arms. Beautiful. Nice work, Hans. Nice work, Stephanie. Really nice. And then from here, hug your knees, please. Give your knees a big hug. And then from here, gently bring both knees stacked to the left as you gaze over to the right. So stack your knees and just do a little bit of a side twist. And from here, look over your right shoulder and breathe. Stay there and breathe. Really nice. You can bring the arm and just stretch it out and bring the knees a little closer. Yeah. And this will really release your lower back. Nice work, Hans. And just big breath, breathing into your lower back. Very nice. Breathing deeply. Nice, Stephanie. See if you can stack your knees and your ankles. Beautiful. Nice work. Always going back to the breath. This twist alone will save your lower back and release a lot of pressure. And then from here, go back to center. Please hug your knees to your chest. And then from here, alternate and switch sides, please. So drop your knees to the opposite side and look in the opposite direction. So Hans, beautiful. And if you can stack your knees, beautiful. Really nice. Breathe deeply. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Beautiful work, Stephanie. Beautiful work, Hans. Twisting and breathing into your lower back. Letting go. Really nice. And then back to center, please, and give your knees a big hug. Really nice. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and take the right ankle on top of the left knee and go ahead and grab your left thigh. It's called threading the needle. So go ahead and hug your left thigh and hug that left knee into your chest and breathe. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Breathing deeply. And then from here, go ahead and hug both knees into your chest. And then go ahead and take your left ankle on top of your right thigh. And go ahead and thread the needle. So you're just going to hug your right thigh, Hans, not both thighs, but just your right thigh. And breathe deeply. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Breathing deeply. And then from here, go ahead and hug both knees into the chest. Really nice. And then from here, go ahead and straighten your legs out. And your palms are open to the sky. And if you'd like to, you can just put something over your eyes if you choose. Otherwise, just close your eyes, please. And relax your arms. Relax your legs. And release your lower jaw from your upper jaw. Nice. Beautiful. Relaxing your shoulders and your arms, your hands and fingers, relaxing your torso, your legs, your feet and toes. Simply let go. Really nice job. Beautiful work. A little bit of yoga goes a long way. If you can just do 10 or 15 minutes of yoga a day, I promise you it can save your life. Thank you so much for joining us on Forever Yoga. I'm Susan Foxley, and if you have any questions about yoga, life coaching, or my workshops, or today's show, feel free to just go to susanfoxleyyoga.com. And remember, always, always, always go where the love is. Namaste.